Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dark Souls. I'm excited to get back in here. I complain when I die, and mostly I complain because I'm upset with myself, but I do want to make it clear I'm still having like a tremendous amount of fun. This is a very good game. Okay, we're going to skip the bow. I just relied on this bow through a whole run, so despite the fact that I think it's very good, let's mix things up a little bit. I actually really love the assault shield too, so like run up on dudes and push them around. It feels like it's not doing a huge amount of damage. Listen, it's the beginning of the run. We'll get a better version of this thing later. Actually, we have a lot of cool stuff to unlock, I believe, this run. So I'm not sure whether we need to... I don't think we need to go through the sewers this time. I guess we'll just sort of go where the wind takes us. You know, this might be a good time to actually go back up to the ramparts, because now we have the ability to get all of the keys to get that blueprint that's hidden in that tower. So yeah, let's do that. I'm not sure... Hold on, it looks like there's something up here, actually. I'm not sure how much longer this series is going to be. I think I've done a good job of, like, showing off what I think is really cool about this game. I'm sure anybody who was going to be convinced to buy this by me playing it already has been convinced, probably. So you know what I think we might do is just go until I beat the final boss again. Unlock the 2 boss cell difficulty, and then, let's be honest, I'm just going to embarrass myself over and over again on that one, so I could do that off camera. That would be okay. What have we here? An order stamped with the King's seal. Castaigne, this is a direct order that must remain between you and me. Stop checking the prison entrances until further notice. Huh. That's curious. All these papers are signed by Castaigne, is how I'm deciding that's pronounced. A high-ranking prison officer, no doubt about it. Yep, he set aside a few pennies for a rainy day, so apparently I flipped off that guy's papers, and that was the trigger for his secret safe. Some books on a shelf, and above them, the secret plants. Prison management for dummies, bridge building from antiquity to the present day, managing soldiers, how to earn their respect without using torture. Managing prison entrances in 10 easy lessons. Lesson 8 will shock you. Okay, I get what they're doing here, but books are not titled this way. Right, this is... Yeah, okay. I knew it. What do we got here? A private crate. In any case, the warden was prepared for combat. Ooh, free stun grenade. And... Okay, that just drops us back in the cell. Okay, well, that was cool. So we gotta find the other exit pretty quickly here, or we're gonna miss the timed... I think we're just gonna miss the time door. But that looks to me like some Hayabusa gauntlets, and also I see a scroll over there. You know, we might just miss the time door. That might be a thing that happens. Not the end of the world. Alright, let's really give this thing a shot. Okay, so it is the second kick. I thought that was the 6th hit in the combo. Maybe I can't count. That's totally possible. I would go so far as to say conceivable. Oh, what's up now, nerd? Yeah, I like the assault shield for the mobility it grants you. It does seem like it's maybe been toned down a little bit since the last time I used it. Early beta builds, you could fly with this thing. It was crazy. Alright, well, it looks like we are not going to be getting the time door, so we may as well be thorough here. Not so thorough that we're going to, like, go back and refight enemies that I've run past, because that sounds like an affront to my very important laziness. Yeah, I don't know, this weapon seems good. It attacks nice and fast. It's hard to be upset about that. There are a lot of things going on here that you could be upset about, like, you know, a lot of my play, but... Well, at least we get to go back to full health. And I think we're done. Are we done? Did I get everything? No, there's a path over here. I was gonna say, we got a scroll from an enemy, but we only found one scroll, like, in a container. Which leads me to think that there might be another one somewhere, maybe? Nope, maybe it's just 2 scrolls no matter how you go about it. Yeah, because at this point we have seen everything. Okay, well, I guess we're just going on. I'm not going to spend money on any of this stuff. I do feel a little bad because I feel like we've been seeing a lot of the same items, and part of that is that I just don't have a lot of stuff unlocked yet. You could see at the, wait a second. No, okay. That's the wrong kind of plant. That's not the secret plant at all. Oh, you could see at the beginning that there are a lot of bottles empty still. Like a whole lot. But I feel like I've been, you know, ice grenade and flashbang and vine grenade a lot. Okay, what did I have almost finished? So we could unlock some Hayabusa boots. I think we can hold off on that for a little bit. I am going to grab... Yeah, let's grab a knife dance. This launches a storm of knives around you, causing bleeding. And then, what else would be cool? We'll unlock these Hayabusa boots at a shop later in the run. So I have 5 cells left. It's not awesome. This is not going to be a great marksman's bow run. Maybe I should just unlock some more mutations. I do like being able to keep the run speed bonus up basically forever. That's pretty cool. We also, at some point, have to work toward more health flask. It would be really cool if we could get the rest of the uses. The Hunter's Grenade makes it easier to hunt for rare blueprints. I think we're doing fine on that. Let's start toward the Fire Grenade, actually. That's a good item. So this shoots knives in all directions, like an 8-way blast of knives that causes bleeding, and it does bonus damage to a stunned or to a frozen target. So seems like a pretty natural synergy there. Okay, now that we have all of the movement stuff, it's worth going through each area once more to find all of the exits that we couldn't previously use and stuff. Also, have I actually checked up here since we got the climbing ability? I haven't, right? Okay, it seems like if you jump straight up on one of the jumps, sometimes you get to climb again. Because, like, yeah, I was gonna say, this has to be going somewhere. Look at how far they're letting us go up. Okay, we've got the blueprint for the Ripper. And we've also got this thing already, so we're going to be able to get all the keys. We're going to be able to get that blueprint. That blueprint is a fantastic item, by the way. One of the better bows. I would have said my favorite bow prior to us getting the Nerves of Steel, which turns out to be amazing. Oh, these are Gardener's keys. Okay, so there's 3 of these, and you can use them on, well, that was not great. You can use them on these doors, but you could also just hold them, and they lead to those big white flower keys in the other areas, right? Okay, we're putting stuff together. I'm putting stuff together. When I screw up, it's we. When I'm doing well, it's just me. Okay, nothing down here. It's worth coming down here even if you don't get the door, because sometimes there's a scroll next to the door. I do wish that enemies did friendly fire damage to each other more in general. It would remove some of the challenge, but also it would be totally sick to like dodge away from an enemy's attack and have it hit somebody else. It's a tough balance, creating challenge, but also trying to give your players the ability to do stuff that's like really neat. Okay, now we can actually kill this guy and get his scroll. Well, we're definitely sticking red for the rest of this build. See, we just have so much more mobility with the ability to spider climb. And the shield. The shield doesn't hurt either. I do love a good oiled sword, but I think probably the thing we have now is sufficient for this first area, at least. Okay, so we need 2 other Gardener's keys. One of them will be in a... I don't think I actually want either of these. One of them will be in a tower that we couldn't climb until we had the spider rune. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. That's too many explosions. That whole area was exploding for too long of a time. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to knock him off there and kill him with the fall damage. And then the third flower is kind of a weird thing to get. But fortunately, I already know how. I don't know how you would figure this out. This is a thing that got spoiled for me, unfortunately. You would just have to be way more observant than I am. This shield does still parry, by the way, which I'm trying to show properly here. Yeah, it's not a super powerful parry. But you can combo out of it, so... It's cool and useful. You just have to not screw up for a little while. You know, this is not actually better than our gauntlets, I don't think. I like the quickness of the gauntlet combo a lot. And one of the reasons that I usually take the balanced blade is that I'm trading off of a slower weapon for it. I don't feel a lot of need to change things, as they are going now. So you may have noticed, if I hit a projectile with my shield and turn it blue, it not only does it now do damage to enemies, it no longer does damage to us. So I can get myself out of situations sometimes by just changing the allegiance of a projectile. Oh, that almost still hit me, actually. See, like that. It'll just blow up right on us, but it doesn't matter. Okay, this is not great. Yep, this game is a huge amount of fun. Unfortunately, there's nothing really I can say to, like, convey the feeling of just, like, really bouncing through an area and getting to get that kind of mobility that I had there, where I'm flipping all over the place and I'm climbing up walls and jumping off platforms. No one can be told what Dead Cells is. You have to experience it for yourself, man. Elise and I watched The Matrix the other day. She was like, you know, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I wonder if it actually is good, or if we just thought it was really good, because we were both, you know, 14 when it came out. And the answer is, I think it's still quite good, and Elise is less certain. She has a real problem with things that, like, feel corny, and there's definitely some corny stuff in that movie. Do I want to switch to the symmetrical lance, though? This weapon is also really fun. And we've been staying away from the slower stuff. We could, like, go symmetrical lance and then swap over to green. Nah, you know what? I want to be on that Hayabusa gauntlet stuff later, so I guess we'll just stick with this for now. We're going to keep the red build going, and also I'm having a lot of fun not being stuck in place. Probably fighting more stuff than I absolutely need to, like, definitely are not getting any more timed doors. I can't believe I didn't take damage there. Do we want to trade out our knife dance for a better knife dance? Probably not, right? It doesn't do bonus damage to a frozen target, although I'm unclear... Like, how much damage does this actually do on the initial impact? Because it applies the bleed. I wonder if there's any initial impact damage at all. And enemies aren't frozen anymore after the first hit, I think. So it's not actually modifying up the damage of the bleed. I don't know. It's probably not worth spending money on. Let's just get through the early part here, and then we can consider spending money in the later shops once the base stats of the items are a little bit better. Ah, this is the tower I was talking about. So now we have our second gardener's key. And we're looking for a particular little area in the world. I haven't seen it yet. I will admit, I am not always the most attentive person. Alright, prisoners. I don't need to spend a lot of time sitting here looking at these. Yep, definitely survival. Aha! That was pretty cool. Also, every once in a while, this game makes you feel like a total... I was gonna say monster. But before I say that, I should clarify to people who don't listen to me talk a lot that I mean that in the best possible way. Oh, here we are. So you see this tiny little rose here? Somehow you are supposed to figure out that if you stomp on the rose, it gets mad, and if you stomp on it enough times, it comes out and is the other key. I'm not 100% clear on how you would deduce that. Probably what you would have to do is be like fighting near it and stomp on it accidentally the first time and notice that it responds. Alright, let's go get the thing. I hate all these traps. Because I'm so good at letting like random traps injure me. Also, how is there an unbroken door there? What on earth did I do? Okay. Maybe on our next run we will we'll have to try getting the gardener's keys and then taking them to all of the secret little hidden doors. I'm curious what all those other flower keys, those white flowers, are for. Usually that kind of stuff is like, you know, there's a blueprint behind it, but also this one seems a little bit more elaborate than that sort of stuff has traditionally been, so maybe it's something really cool. Maybe it's like another alternate area or something. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. Thought I saw something. It's probably possible to pick up the pace and still make some of the timed doors. Maybe. I don't know, we're pretty far behind. Oh, the prison depths. We actually haven't been to the prison depths. Alright, still, new areas. Let's finish clearing this out. I'm gonna ignore the timer for now. We're just gonna consign ourselves to no more timed doors. That's alright. Not every run has to be the speed run. Ow. Boy, that guy went off immediately. There was no hesitation at all on that attack. Okay. I guess we can just go ahead and pop our other flask here. So we're about to get a full refill. Although also, we're about to get a full refill, so there was no value in popping the other flask. The network linking the various parts of the island will bring you into contact with some rather surprising individuals, it says. That's ominous. Don't want to grab the boots now. I think I'm going to wait until after the first boss for the boots. I am, however, going to go ahead and get us a fire grenade now. A little bit more DPS. And the reason for that is that I think we're also going to, at the same time, take the sadist mutation. It seems like a good time for it. So let's keep unlocking stuff. One more item before we can get that. We'll be able to start putting cells in this run, if it turns out not to be crazy expensive. Inflicts a critical hit if the tip of the whip strikes the enemy. To be honest with you, a lot of the basic weapons we have here I'm not real pleased with. A nice crossbow is probably pretty good. Alright, and we are going to... Oh, this has damage reduction on it, too. That's pretty handy. I guess we'll take it over the knife dance. Like, the ice grenade is still the ice grenade, but the knife dance loses a little bit of effectiveness without the ice grenade, unless it wasn't doing bonus damage on frozen stuff anyway, in which case it never even had that effectiveness. So now we have a nice, easy source of burning. We'll take this. Although, I could have also taken Fireworks Technician, I guess. Whatever. We can take that next. To be transferred to the depths meant you weren't coming back. All you could really hope for was that your execution would be quick. Or some kind of crazy, terrifying, magical malaise that breaks the entire prison down. That also would be helpful. Oh, I'm having a hard time getting out of that water. Oops, I shield dashed over that guy's head and in front of his attack. That was really terrible. Oh boy, that's a lot of bats and stuff. Alright, I don't know if we're going to see any new enemy types. I think at this point we have seen all of the enemies that I was familiar with. There could still be new stuff yet unrevealed. Huh. That didn't set anybody on fire at all. Alright, let's try this. Then we get out of the way. Okay, and we're just high enough off the ground. Ow, really? Jesus. Also, I did not actually get a refill. There we go. That time it did damage. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not a real plan. There we go. That's a way of dealing with that. Okay, so we gotta be really careful. It's gonna be a minute before I get to refill my stuff. Oh, I was hoping I could make it through fast enough. Oh, I'm really nervous because we have no idea what's around. Boy, that fog's not gonna fade at all, huh? I guess there's another one of them nearby. Well, that makes me really nervous. Oh, there's in fact... Oh! Oh, nope, there is totally one type of enemy that we had not yet seen. And still haven't seen. But we will in a second, as soon as we deal with some of this fog. These guys, these big spider bots. I forgot all about these. Oh, I wish we had our Hayabusa boots now, because I could really use that, the area attack on the last hit of that combo. Okay. Well, he's finally dead. So yeah, those guys, they shoot bombs at you, and also these things. An infinite number of these things. They'll just keep firing. Okay. The good news is, we still have 59 whole health left. Doesn't get much better than that. Pull through. Okay. I don't think he's going to come down off the platform. Yeah, and the combo seems to keep people, like... It seems to mini-stun them so that you get the rest of the hits in. You just have to be very, very cautious. Or, we're going to start a new run. That also could happen. Huh. That's weird. 138 damage straight up. This is doing 174 in total and also doing other stuff for us. Yeah, this is just bad. Wait a minute. No, okay, I thought I saw the plants that indicate a secret passage, but it's just that other kind of plant. Okay, throwing the frost grenade at them when they're already on fire, not really that effective. Who would have thought? That's bad. I missed one of the hits of the combo. Didn't get full damage. Okay. Oh, this sucks. We're going down. Hold on. Let's try downward. Actually, it looks like I missed something back here. Yeah. Okay, these are both compelling. They both have 5% damage reduction. A little bit of mobility loss. No, I think let's go with this. Let's upgrade our ice grenade. I'm not using the assault shield as much as I should be, but that doesn't mean that getting rid of it is right. It just means I should be playing better with it. Which I have the option of doing at any moment. Okay, so right there we got to use the shield to fix both of those bombs. They wouldn't kill me. Yeah, those guys can be a real pain when they're paired with other enemies. Oh, I feel like we haven't seen one of those guys in a really long time. Uh-oh. Oh no, I dropped on the bomb. I was trying to stun them again before they could separate. Yeah, I was trying to throw that frost grenade so it would hit both of them, so that the spinning guy would remain frozen while we dealt with the spider. Okay, let's do it again. We're going back to the prison deaths. Boy, the game really wants me to take this bow again. Alright, maybe this is a green build. So there's nothing wrong with the Nutcracker. It does the job. It just does it really slowly, which can be a real problem at times. Like it almost was there. I'm just going to recycle this. I'm going to be gutsy. Gonna assume that we won't need it. Because that's how good at this game I am. Extra health? No thanks. Not for me. I'm a pro. Alright, show me something cool. I mean, a frost grenade's fine. It's not that cool. And in fact, it's a frost grenade with no bonus traits on it at all. Actually pretty disappointing, as far as stuff you might find in a secret teleporting area goes. We've seen this before, right? Yeah, there's a person who's actually still alive, who remembers us a lot more than we remember him. And also we get to steal his meal tray. This... You know what? No, I'm going to sell this too. Confidence. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to lull the game into thinking that we are, in fact, just unstoppably great. And it's going to just believe me. And treat me like I'm doing well. You often do not have to beat someone at a game if you can just convince them that you have already beaten them. Actual tactics. Bam. I should probably go through the door. Nope, we are not doing sewers. Man, I need to find the scrolls, like, quickly. We really don't have a lot of time if we want to make that time door. Oh, hey, another one. This one at least makes people emit a toxic cloud. Anybody who dies while they are still affected by it. Ah, what the heck. Let's break this open. Yeah, I just think we're not going to get it again. That's fine. But I can maybe move through the ramparts a little faster and we could at least get the time door after that. I was thinking about maybe going green items since we have this happening, but I guess we'll take red. I don't know. It's early in the build yet. We don't have to decide what we're doing. And this early on, red is almost never going to steer you wrong. Ah. Yeah, I guess since we're not going super hard for that that first time door, we don't have to blaze through this. We can stop and collect a little bit of loot. Man, are they really gonna make me pay for both of the scrolls? There we go. Okay, well, you know what this does give us the chance to do, though, is it lets us take those 3 Gardener's Keys with us through the run. So we did deliver the explosive crossbow blueprint. You know what, I think we're just gonna take our boots now. Merchandise categories are incredibly expensive. Okay, we're gonna skip that. We gotta get some more stuff unlocked. Let's start working on the explosive crossbow. That's also crazy expensive, but I really like it. Spreads oil all over your enemies. That's very cool. We can get a flame grenade. Would be really, really good. Alright, I gotta play more carefully because we are not going to get a refill on our way into the prison depths. So let's not get hit by a bunch of stupid crap. I know that I've never given you any reason to believe that I can not get hit by a bunch of stupid crap and the game is throwing spikes at us right away. I did not mean to climb that, by the way. I just, you know, have that spider climb rune, and now when I touch a wall, things happen. Aha. What'd I tell you? So basically, I almost already got hit by spikes in a really dumb way. What am I doing? I need to go up here. Little hop kick we can do is pretty cool. Also, that felt great. This is a very good video game. Oh, failed my parry there. Okay, we gotta be a little bit careful. Never mind. Trap area is not that trapped. Hey, I was rolling already and... Man. You have got to be kidding me. How am I so bad at this? The thing is, it's still, like, really fun and good. Even when stuff like that is happening, like, just the moment-to-moment experience of play is still good. I just feel like a real idiot. So we blew our extra life already, and our health is in the garbage. All of it. I threw it away. I said to myself, SB, it doesn't look like you're going to need this. I'll just dispose of it safely. Okay. I mean, I should drink. We should drink. This is not a good idea to just run around on that little health. Oh, wow. Also, sometimes these the projectiles from these guys explode a lot faster than other times. I'm never 100% clear on when that's going to happen. It might be if you make contact with them, they explode instantly. Ooh, firebrands are kind of compelling as a secondary weapon, especially when we are kicking oil all over our enemies anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. No more cool shield stuff, but we get to set people on fire. And who doesn't love that? Plus, the firebrands don't really, like, interrupt your movement or anything very much. I know I said that we would take the Spartan sandals if we got them on the next run, but that was a couple runs ago. This is not the next run anymore. You missed your opportunity. Maybe someday, Spartan sandals. Maybe someday. I especially think it's worthwhile, or it's at least potentially worthwhile, because a lot of things that I thought were one way have turned out to be another at this point. Like, a lot of stuff has been rebalanced. Okay, that's interesting. We'll look at that in a second. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to kill these guys too. Alright, now, what do we have here? 226 DPS, double damage to burning targets, and it burns targets. That's pretty cool. Should we just replace the firebrand straight up with it, actually? Increases your movement speed for 5 seconds after killing an enemy. Ignores shields. That's pretty cool. It has a point of red on it. We can't not take it. The question is, do I want to replace my melee weapon or my ranged weapon? Because this is kind of like in a weird place between the two, right? I think I'm going to do this. This thing burns the targets, and then they take double damage, and if they're also covered in oil, like... yeah. So we want to hit stuff with our boots at least once. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the right call. Ow. And when I say I don't know if this is the right call, I mean keeping the boots over keeping the firebrands. Because this weapon was definitely a good pull. Also, look at how much move speed we have. This is crazy. Okay, well this area doesn't... I don't know what the people who built this were thinking. I am also moving a little bit too fast to feel safe. It's like I'm going to charge full speed into some spikes here. We don't need to spend on any of this. So we can't actually get through there, right? I think this is to be accessed from somewhere else. I apparently left a gem behind, but that's like a 500 gold gem. I'm not going to stress about it. Victims freeze other enemies for 1.8 seconds. Maybe I do want Firebrands and Whip instead of Boots and Whip. It's a little awkward to, like, work the boots into the combo. Yeah, and it's a lot easier to set stuff on fire with this, because this, the Victim's Burn thing, means that people who die from this start a fire. So yeah, we're going to reverse course, swap these. Oh, right, I'm supposed to be picking up all those keys. I have not actually been paying attention to whether or not we've passed the rows embedded in the ground yet. I could do with just, like, a lot less trapping. Many fewer traps. Maybe none traps would be okay. We could just do 0 traps. Yeah, this is definitely the right way to go. Yeah, look at how effective that is. And then anything that's on fire from the Firebrands pulses a freeze when it dies. That's super good. Well, we're definitely taking sadism again. Okay, what are the odds that I can beat a challenge rift without getting hit by all of the traps? Because we're really not in a super great place health-wise, but also I can't turn down the chance to get another scroll. Downward smash attacks burn the ground. That's awesome. Alright, made it through the first part. That's not too bad. Okay, I think we can pause here. Hey, this is going okay so far. Look at that, without getting hit at all. I believe that is the first time I've done that on one of the new challenge rifts. They used to be different. It used to be when you did a challenge rift, it would, the loot was at the end, and you had to get through the whole place without getting hit. And if you got hit once, it kicked you out. But it was more, most of them were more enemies and less traps. I think we're going to stick with our current build. It's pretty good so far. Alright, where are we at on time here? 7:29. Yeah, there's no way we're making the next time door. Although I guess the Prison Depths didn't have one, did it? Ooh, okay, this is actually kind of compelling. Like, at this point, I think we can do this. And it's early enough in the video that we could maybe lose and start a new run. It wouldn't be a big deal. I am not going to take this with me. It seems like I almost never want the item out of these. It's mostly about that scroll. Did we actually get stuff out of these? We do. Ha! Yeah, that electric whip is a little bit worse than the one we have right now. Alright, we've got our 3 gardener's keys. And of course, it's time for traps again, so that if I do something real stupid, I can just die instantly. Man, the electric whip makes dealing with these bats so easy. Okay, I kind of overthrew that ice grenade. I was trying to be safe, you know? Okay, easy. It's just free stats, really. Speaking of free stats... Wait a minute. Okay. That's suspicious, right? Why would there be a little alcove there? Yes, let's make sure we actually explore the whole place, but I feel pretty good about this build. I'm not super happy about the health situation. Ooh. But I do feel really happy about our ability to kill enemies quickly. So I think things are maybe going to be alright. We're not close to anything that we want to unlock. Yeah, I guess we're just, like, pouring cells into the explosive crossbow for right now. What does Ripper actually do? A melee attack on an enemy with a projectile stuck in it causes the projectile to fall out and inflicts damage. Okay, so it's a way of mixing up a ranged and melee build with a low ammo weapon. There's a bow that has very little ammo, but that does guaranteed critical hits if you use it from really close to the enemy. That might work well with that. We could probably put in Sadism, given that we have a source of bleeds and a couple sources of fire. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. The door is... Why is the door locked? Oh, right, because I'm supposed to take two mutations. Well, turns out dead inside might be a good idea. Give us a little bit of extra health to deal with immediately on scaling, and then a little bit of extra healing from our flask. Hopefully be able to make up my stupidity a little bit here. Okay, so... Oh no, he's in the water! Okay, the good news is, electricity in the water... Oh, I thought it did... Apparently it's just a graphical effect. I thought it did damage if you electrified water. Constant damage to all the enemies within. Apparently not. Okay, here we go. Maybe I could have just run straight through that? I'm not certain. Yeah, look at how much better our damage is this time out than it was last time. Ow, really? That hit me. Well, at least he gave us some of the health back. I was trying to drop through the floor. It was not going. It felt like I got stuck a little bit. I guess his attack just comes out too fast. So yeah, these dudes have a ton of health. God, look at that freeze effect is so good. Also, this thing where I move super fast after killing enemies. Again, really good, but makes me very nervous. Why are there so many spikes in here? Weren't they keeping the prisoners in cells? In fact, I know they were, because we've seen the cells. So, like, the spikes can't actually be... Ah, I see you. I see you. Eat that. Like, the spikes can't actually be for keeping prisoners in, right? Because they have all the cells. Alright, we almost got totally mulched by that dude up there, and I am not going back up to fight him. I hate those guys. Yeah, these guys are the worst. Okay, so I think I figured out part of what's going on. I can't cancel out of this animation very easily. So, like, I tried to throw a frost grenade while I was fighting that spider down there, and it just plain didn't happen. Maybe a little more careful about that. Oh, good. Roll, roll. Oh, he didn't actually catch fire. Alright, so he's going to teleport after me, but we can keep running away from him and throwing fire behind us, and he will just keep burning. And this is how I'm going to solve this problem. Also that. Take that. Okay, gold as well as a cell. Honestly, I don't think this one is as good as our current one. And I think we probably ought to pop the cell, or the flask charge. But we've made a lot of progress here, and I'm much more confident in our ability to keep doing so this time. This is a fun build. Ah. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Take this. Yeah. Cowardice. It's a real strategy. I probably don't want to switch to an ice shard. But I also don't really want to take a crusher. The ice shard's interesting. Obviously, I would miss the bonus damage to burning targets. No, I think we're using that quite a bit. The thing is, the real value of the burning target bonus is that it allows me to kill stuff before it attacks me. The ice shard actually also does that by slowing enemies dramatically, but I think we're going to stick with what we got here. I like being able to just apply the burning effect and figure it out later. Especially because we have Sadist and everything. Ugh, more traps. Why? Why do you have to do this to me, game designers? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It was that door. Saw the interact problem and got all excited. You know what I would really love is a good fire grenade. That would open up our build a little bit. It is a 10% damage reduction. I think I'm going to skip it. That was not worth the harrowing leap through the spikes. All that for Spartan sandals that make me take twice as much damage as normal. Well, alright, obviously we have to fight that guy. Not happy about it. If he had not gone down with us in the corner like that, that could have turned really ugly. Okay. Threw that in the wrong direction. Not great. If I had thrown that that ice grenade in the correct direction, I think that would have turned out a lot better. Oh god, dead. Oh, sweet merciful game. You have not slain me yet for my sins. And in fact, it's presenting us with an exit. It wants us to know we can get out of this. We don't have to do this. And yet, here I am. Nope, no thank you. No interest in fighting that gentleman. I mean, we should take a look up here at the very least. Alright, nothing worth having, but certainly worth looking. So this leads into the Ossuary. Well... yes, we're done with the floor, though, right? We've seen everything? Yeah, it's not a very large one. Yeah, I don't know. This is, probably going to lead to us getting more health. So this is an interesting way of adjusting the difficulty. They give you a path that has a lot of, ow. Just, you know, looking for secrets. Give you a path that, as you unlock more stuff, you can take a more difficult path that has fewer refills on it. We're going to have to do a couple of long-range runs in a row to burn off all this stuff we've been spending on. Fireworks Technician's not bad. You try to be more reliant on grenades. Try to replace this with a grenade at the earliest opportunity. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Oh, sweet, sweet refills. Alright, so I think there is a time door in here, but I don't know what it will be coming through this path. It's not always the same. The timing is dependent on how you got there. Coming this way, it is... okay, 9 minutes. No, 8 minutes. Actually, maybe it is the same. Okay, cluster grenade is alright. Yeah, this is a really, really good combination of weapons. We're going to leave that there. At this point, the game's hard enough that like I totally might come back for something like that. We might actually get into a situation where it's like, boy, we need to teleport back and get that cake that we found. Ow. See, now the fact that we can climb gives us the ability to perform some stomps here. What am I doing? I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, well, he did die. Turns out just panic throwing all of our stuff is like okay. It's fairly effective as a strategy. At some point, this isn't going to be enough anymore. As we keep moving, the enemies are going to get tougher and tougher. Ooh, we should probably take this over the knife dance. Also, the auto-aim of our whip is actually allowing me to hit down from that platform on larger enemies. That's pretty cool. Oh, wait a second. I can do this. Aha, look at that. Not at all necessary, but still pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think that this is a good, like, full game build. The electric whip is, at some point, just going to get outclassed here. But, this is a good getting to the end game build, at least. We just need to find another gimmick in a level or two. Also, you really do end up with a lot more money if you fight everything, even though there is money in the speed rooms. So we will be able to buy more stuff at the shops this run than we've been able to on previous runs. So hopefully we will find some shops that actually have some things worth buying at some point. Shit. I have so much ability to decide that I just, like, don't want to be a part of a fight anymore. Okay, this is interesting. The enemies here are definitely more difficult. I'm gonna do it, though. I think we can do it. Okay, a crossbow turret that scales with red is certainly an interesting idea. I don't know that we'll be able to get the 20% damage taken off, unfortunately, but maybe we should take this over one of our other items. It'll certainly help me get rid of the curse at the very least. I really don't like extra damage taken, though. With 750, that's not like a huge amount. But I do love being a coward. I like it a lot. Yeah, alright, let's try it. Oh. Speaking of being a coward. Yeah, that's reasonably effective. I was a little worried that was going to go wrong. Wait, hey, get up there. Huh, I can't seem to, Okay, this is maybe one of those crawly head things. What else is up here? Oh, there was another... There's another way in from up there. What a weird little area. I am so nervous when we are not finding enemies. Yeah, this is, as a strategy, this is working out. Do we want to replace our root grenade with a 10% damage reduction frost grenade? I do kind of love victims emit a toxic cloud, but I also like the biters. Nah, we're good. We're good. Let's continue saving. Oh, hey, there's a... Okay, we cannot do a challenge rift while we're cursed. Because if I get touched by any of the traps, they instantly kill me. This we're definitely not keeping. I don't really need grenades for damage. I need them for disables. Okay, I want to do that challenge rift, but we will come back to it after we clear the curse. One more. Let's not get ourselves killed in an incredibly stupid way here. That should do it. Okay, let's go back and do our challenge rift, because I want free stuff. And we still have, like, we're almost at full health. We have all of our flask charges, and we have 2 big slices of cake waiting for us near the beginning of the dungeon. I'm sure we'll be fine here. Should I start taking extra health? Possibly. Okay, this is just a strict upgrade. That's very nice. Okay, so we had to be a little bit careful. Yep, of that. That's what I was talking about. Wow, not a good start. I'm glad I didn't just try to burn through this real fast while cursed. Okay, well, I mean, that wasn't too bad. We may as well go back and get that early cake now. Where's the... It was this way, right? Yeah, here we go. Okay, that just about undid all of the damage I took in the challenge room. I definitely don't care about a bear trap. Try not to get murdered by the elevator. Also, I'm sure this is the normal amount of scrolls, but it feels like a lot of scrolls. Is this... No, okay. Thought that pattern in the wall might be indicative of something, but I guess there's, like, weird, bony patterns in the wall all over the place. Is this a new one? Is this one we haven't seen yet? Oh no, soldiers leaving little notes for each other. Yeah, we've seen this. And it looks like there's not... Yeah, no loot. Man, who cares about world building if it's not also attached to loot? Yeah, the fact that in a lot of places we can stomp down and then kill things before they recover from the stun is really, really powerful. Okay, hold on. Let's clear this bottom area first. I want to have room to run away from the elite, if running away from the elite seems like a prudent thing to do. We do, however, get to put a turret down here. Nope, never mind. Turns out we're totally fine. Extra jumps versus dodging plants a bomb. I think I would rather have the bombs. Also, I keep rolling around behind those dudes, but our electric whip actually does ignore shields, doesn't it? That was the thing I was even excited about when I got it. I was like, oh, that's a cool feature. Okay, we're going to let this guy walk all the way over there and then root him. Just so there's no shenanigans. Yeah, it feels like a huge amount of scrolls. Maybe more scrolls spawn if you come in through this path or something? Or maybe it's just that I often miss a bunch, but now they're spawning in the path and I'm not missing them? Who knows? That wasn't a rhetorical who knows. If you know, please do feel free to illuminate in the comments. By the way, if you're wondering why the Stomp is doing such an incredibly huge amount of damage, it does scale with whatever your highest damage stat is. I believe that's the case. Which is, you know, a little bit more evidence for us maybe having an unusual amount of damage stat. Okay. So now we know where there's a chicken, if by the time we are trying to leave the level, we're not at full health. So it's definitely worthwhile to trade a little bit of gold for a chicken, but carry our flask charges forward, if that is an option. I guess where I actually want to go is, yeah, up here. I wonder if we have access to another exit now that we have all of the movement abilities, or if you always have to go Black Bridge out of here. Because we can fight the Black Bridge guy, it's not a big deal, but obviously I would prefer not to. I find that fight a little bit tedious. We could do a reroll, but I think I'm going to try to hold out gold for even later shops. Shots leave a trail of flames. That's a pretty good duplex bow. Does not really fit into what we're doing here, since we have 12 more points of red than purple, but that's a pretty good version of the thing that is. Alright, I'm just going to check up here, and then I think we've got everything. Okay, well that was not tremendously profitable. But yeah, we're good. Okay, so it looks like if you go into the Ossuary, you have to go to the Black Bridge and fight What's-His-Face. But we now actually have access to the secondary path after the Black Bridge. Because remember, there's an extra exit from the collector area here that you have to have the spider rune to use. And then, should we start pouring cells into, like, this is just the Spartan Sandal as an item. Should we actually go for more health flask? We're gonna have to start doing this at some point. Alright, do I want to do any reforging? We could upgrade this to plus quality. Double damage to burning targets. It's pretty good. That's a pretty alright pull. Yeah, I think we'll keep it that way. That's gonna be a lot of good damage. Plus damage to a bleeding target. Sure, plus damage to a burning target. That seems fine. And I do want to keep the freeze. I just wanted to put a little bit of extra damage on it. We had enough money laying around that I think that was a reasonable thing to do. Yeah, it seems like you don't really need the cooldown reduction on turrets that much. It's cool to have a turret available, like, on the move, but we're not really using our turret in the same way that we were with that last big turret build. We are just tearing this dude up. Oops. Yeah, wow. I need to be on the other side. It's tricky to roll past him without taking damage, because we're doing so much damage to him that he has his shield up 100% of the time. Okay, a new weapon. It definitely has better DPS. We could train off the, re-roll off the double damage thing. Still has a point of red on it. Like, we probably ought to switch to a new weapon. The fact that this electric whip is only quality 2. Well, I guess the blood sword's only quality 3. And I am enjoying the thing where I, like, don't have to aim. Not aiming is cool. You know what? I'm not going to take the blood sword. We're going to just recycle it. The build we have now is good. Okay, so we could do the Stilt Village, or we could do the Slumbering Sanctuary. I guess we haven't been to the Stilt Village in a little while. Pour a little bit into that. Right, we just did the Slumbering Sanctuary. Yeah, okay. Because I think the Stilt Village has some stuff you can do in it once you have the Spider Rune. There's some kind of tricky thing with the keys, if I remember correctly. Part of the problem with the vague recollections like that is I can never tell whether I'm remembering something from the last build or something that's much older than that. Okay, 9 minutes ago. Fair enough. What is this? Have we been in here before? Huh, this woman doesn't seem to be infected. Must be her last words. The malaise won't get us. I'll protect you. Oh, that's very grim. Well, yeah, that's very grim. I don't really even want to stay in here and try to figure out if there's stuff to ransack. Let's just be somewhere else, shall we? Like, somewhere else forever. You remember that, like, kind of light and enjoyable tone I was going for? That's pretty spoiled. Yeah, and honestly, this whip is not really losing pace. I guess if we ever took the other stats, maybe it would maybe be a little bit more of an issue. Ow. Well, the good news is we're getting all our health back almost immediately after we get hit. No, no, no. Okay. Ooh. Stupid exploding bats. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. That's what I wanted. I don't know why that was so hard to pull off there. This is a very enjoyable fighting style. I do have to throw my weapons in the correct direction, though. Seem to be having trouble with that a little bit today. Ah, Jesus. It's a lot of enemies. Also, today has been a good day for blueprints. Okay, so we found a food shop nice and early, something to remember in case we get into trouble. Unfortunately, I think on the map it's just marked as a shop. Yeah, it doesn't say what kind of shop it was. So it's going to be on me to actually remember that, which you would not think would be a problem. But here we are. Yeah, the auto-aim on this thing is actually really nice. It's super cool not having to worry about bats. Okay, what do you say we try to get to 20 red? Oh, these guys. Or not these guys. These guys aren't the problem. The problem is this mist dude down here. Okay. Ooh, an impaler. I do so love an impaler. 1741, so, I mean, the electric whip is basically 3200 DPS, right? We're always hitting burning targets with it. So we're not actually going to be able to maintain that here. I do think maybe it's a good idea to swap out our root grenade. Like, the root grenade does good damage, but this gives us damage reduction and a little bit more control, maybe. The thaw more slowly trait is pretty cool. It's hard to say. I think we're gonna stick with the root grenade, actually. Well, we could level this up and be at minus 15% damage received, which would have it almost completely offset the double crossbow-matic damage. We haven't really been taking hits here, but that's only gonna last so long, right? Yeah, alright, I'll make that trade. Like, at some point here, we're gonna have to fight a boss, something that can actually deal damage to us. And I want to make sure that we can survive that. Although, it might be okay to just, like, throw firebrands at it, at the Clocktower guy while constantly running away. We're gonna drop that. There anything up here? There is not. Okay. Alright, so this is what I was talking about with the keys. So here's that first key door we usually unlock. But using the platforms and the spider rune together... Actually, can I just get up here? No, I'm going to have to actually go inside the way I did. Yeah, using the combination of the spider rune and our preternatural ability to do platforming in video games, we can go over that key door. Okay, I have a little bit of trouble getting it to climb. Let's try this again. Wait for the ball to come back around. There we go. And now we're on the other side of the door, but we still have our key. I don't remember exactly where this goes from here. We'll figure it out. Listen, I'm an ingenious young man, except for the young part, and also the ingenious part. Some people might question the man part. Oh god. But what I was saying is, what I mean by that is, I've played some video games in my day. Ow, wow, why am I getting... I'm not 100% clear on what I was getting hit by. Like, those little worm guys do have an attack animation, and they were, like... It was like I was getting hit at the start of their animation, rather than when it's actually supposed to hit you. This might be a good time, actually, to just go back to that shop. Just buy ourselves some health real fast. I try to maintain my flask charges, because I don't remember exactly how this goes from here. And the cost of the chicken is not really that bad, right? Yeah. In fact, we're gonna do both of these. It seems to me that you would really, really not want to buy a flask charge at that extremely high price unless you were super desperate for health. Because a flask is going to heal you for, like, the same amount as the chicken, or maybe less. But that flask charge was almost 10 times the cost of the chicken. Okay, so we come in here, and then we've got both of the keys. I'm getting real tired of these fog bishops. Alright, we got both the keys. Now I don't remember what we do with it from here. Okay, I was clearly already here. Ow. Yeah, I'm getting, like... getting stuck on things a little bit. Not able to roll quite as fast as I want. I might be getting caught in that attack animation again. That might be a thing that's happening. This makes me a little nervous about continuing to carry around this plus damage turret. Now whatever, we're fine. Well, that was great. Yeah, I'm wondering now if there's like... It feels like there might be some kind of effect when those little red worm guys are near, like they take your jump or something. Because I definitely saw what was happening there and tried to jump and roll away, and there was just a delay before my jump went off. I do not think at this point that it's wise to take a cursed chest, especially given how much damage we're taking. Oh wait, we definitely don't want to go this way. Hold on. I don't want to do anything that's going to consume my keys. I have possibly plans for these keys. Probably I have plans for these keys. Let's see, is there anything worth jumping to over here? It doesn't seem like it. It might be that you're supposed to go... Hold on. Am I certain there was nothing up here? I'm wondering if, like... Yeah, there's definitely actually nothing up there. It's maybe, like, through here and past the elevator? That doesn't seem right. Oh, there's actually a platform out there, though. Hold on, hold on. Aha. And yep, and here's the door, and then we get a thing. It's the parry shield. I mean, aren't they all? Okay, I'm not going to be able to get up that. Huh, is that all that was about? Weird. Okay, well, I guess we're going through the Clocktower then. Haven't been in here for a while. It would be nice to be able to drink from our health flask an extra time per refill. Okay, so if I remember correctly, there's a flask recharge before the clock room, and then a flask recharge after the clock room. And then maybe another one before the final boss, so we're not in bad shape. Oh, hello. Why, it's a Crusher 5, which I don't think we're taking. Okay, there is still the bell puzzle in here. I do not remember. It's like, you have to ring the bells in a certain order, and it might be based on the sound they make. And if it's any kind of musical puzzle at all, I worry about my ability to do it. Especially, like, my ability to do it quickly while I'm trying not to embarrass myself on camera. Ow. Wow, really? I took a huge amount of damage from that. That was like... I guess it was both of them having fired, but yeah, that was like 7 or 8 explosions that happened there. So now we have to stop taking damage. Ah! Spider Rune is the greatest thing. Get him! Get him! Okay, good enough. I mean, 100% victory is going to have to be good enough. That is all of the percents. Oof, okay. I almost actually fell for his little leap back move there. Alright, may as well open that up, but let's continue up here. Yep, of course I jumped up into that. Why wouldn't I? Just grab this pastry real quick. Okay, I am starting to see a little bit of a weakness in the damage output here. Wow, 21 cells. That's pretty alright. Unfortunately, they're a little too big for me to be able to use them. These are some largish swords. That sensation again. Like I'm floating. As if everything was speeding up and slowing down at the same time. Weird. Whoa, sorta makes you feel like puking, huh? Oh no, that was just the room that I could inspect there. What is in this drawer? Okay, Ruby Amulet 5. Nope, that is just worse. It's just a worse thing. Not that I'm mad about 1,500 gold. Nope. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like, the only really dangerous thing on this floor is the projectile tossing guys, the Merv guys. Eventually, they will hit you with enough of their projectiles. This is not a bad upgrade. It's a fair amount of extra damage. It has an extra trait on it. And we can try to get the victim's freeze thing back with a reroll. But, like, a Firebrand 6+, after we apply the plus to it, I think is going to be well worth that money. Yeah, that was totally worth coming up here for. So we can try to figure out the bell thing. I guess let's figure out where the exit is, and then we'll see how we feel about it. Ah, you fool! You backdashed into my fire. I love the fact that you can just throw the firebrands while running without having to slow down. Getting pretty close here to actually having 20 in our damage stat. Music's a little too jaunty for the amount of mundane climbing that we are currently doing. Maybe the electricity was doing a small amount of damage there. It might have been that it was doing damage before too, but we couldn't tell because it like scales with the actual damage output of the weapon, and our base damage was so low that the percentage of it that is dealt by the electrify was not like imperceptible. Maybe. $23.35. Yeah, this thing is still awesome. Like, if we can find another weapon where we can very reliably crit, that would surpass it, but for the moment, this is the way we're going to keep going. Also, there is something to be said for being able to attack this quickly. Okay, we're definitely not doing this. Just checking to see if there's anything on the other side of him. Okay, well, now if we can just find the way out, we're ready to take it. And And we haven't seen another bell. Okay, that was embarrassing. Ooh, do I want to fight this? Probably not. No, I absolutely do. I really, really do. Okay, let's do it. Wow, right through the freeze. I threw that frost grenade at him, it hit him in midair, and he just kept coming. I will miss downward smash attacks burning the ground, but this is much better. An extra 10% damage reduction and a more relevant stat point. Although we're going to end up taking that point of purple again anyway, because it's going to end up being the best for gaining health pretty soon here. Okay, we are like actually ready to go. Which means we should go back and keep exploring. We have an exit now. Now we can leave at pretty much a moment's notice. There's a little bit of level left. I will admit that there's not a lot of, like, good science behind me saying, oh, 20 would be a nice number to stop at. It's just humans like numbers that have zeros at the end. That might honestly not even be a human thing. Might just be me, actually. There's another one of the bells. See, I can, like... I don't have perfect pitch, but I have okay pitch. I can tell which bell is, like, deeper than another. The core problem is that I can't remember the different bell sounds for long enough. Right, we hit these bells pretty far apart. And I do not remember if you are supposed to play them from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Down. Okay. Ooh. Well, we played them all, and nothing cool happened. Although I suppose I should not be terribly surprised that the order you find them in was not the correct order to get the secret out of them. Look, we'll worry about it later. We'll worry about it sometime when we're not 90 minutes into an episode. How about that? Okay, I think it's time to go. I'm feeling, like, pretty good about this run. I think this has a real chance of being a victory. It also has a real chance of being 2 hours long. That could happen. Okay, so let's reforge this thing a little bit. I think those are pretty bad modifiers. Oh, I should do the same to this. Yeah, those are not good modifiers for what we have going on right now. This thing's good. Honestly, the modifiers on this are not super spectacular. But I would really hate to lose the double damage to burning targets. Victims emit a toxic cloud and launches a grenade when you throw it. I do like that. Yeah, we could keep that. Alright, all we have to do here is not get totally embarrassed against this boss. I think we can do this. It's going to probably involve a lot of flipping around and not standing and fighting very much. Maybe doing a lot of whip hits from the air. Yeah, I mean, we're taking big pieces out of him. Make sure I'm keeping the fire up. Okay. We didn't get hit. I am reasonably certain I have never killed that boss without getting hit before. Acquired ourselves a new rune and a new impaler. 4853 base damage. Yeah, we have to take this, right? We have to take this and then, like, re-roll this garbage off of it. But this thing does more damage per hit than the electric whip, even when the electric whip is getting its crits, and then when we can actually crit stuff with it. Yeah. Electric whip, you have served us very, very, very well. It's time for you to rest, old friend. And I do love the impaler. I hate the fact that now if we run into bats, I have to, like, actually fight them myself. I have to pay a little bit of attention. But I think we're in a really good spot here. So let's take a... Oh, hold on. Let's go do a reforge, right? What am I thinking? Plus double damage against burning targets. Yup, that's it. Plus 75% damage to slow down targets, which is awesome given our stuff. Yeah, this is really good. And biting worms crawl from your victims. This is a great build. I'm very, very happy with this. Still going to be kind of dangerous to get hit. I think we're still north of... Oh, no, we're not. I was going to say we're north of 0% bonus damage taken, but actually that's not true, because we have 20% reduction from our neck, and then another 15 from our bomb. That guy is always right there, and he always surprises me. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, right, we're not going to have that many more opportunities to spend gold. I really like the music in this zone. Oh, I need to not be over here. Let's kill this guy real quick. Ah, I'm getting comboed by two guys. Not ideal. It is nice that this weapon can hit more than one enemy at a time. Huh, this looks new. Hunting was probably one of the king's favorite pastimes, you know, back when he was alive. This painting of a deer proves it. Yeah, that's a deer. Wow, it really is quite awful. I don't know, I think it's cute. A letter from a soldier. Lots of people are disappearing near the village. Does anyone know what's happening? I'm assuming that we're going to be let in on the full what's happening at some point here. I mean, you can certainly form a vague idea from what we've seen so far. Oh, now I have to actually care about shields a little bit. I mean, a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Yep, try not to get chained. That was exactly what I was worried about. Fortunately, the damage is really extreme. Oh dear. I thought I was going to drop down onto the same platform that spear guy was on. Uh-oh. Never a dull moment. Oh. I'm not sure I even really need to be killing every enemy here, because again, I don't think we're going to have many chances to spend gold after this. Managed to drop directly into that projectile. Trying to get a little bit more damage out to get some free healing. Although I don't need to fight those guys. There's no benefit in fighting those guys. Hold on a second. Let's go the other way first. Because that room looks like kind of a nightmare down there. Here we have some stuff I'm not really interested in. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're going through the nightmare room. Well, let's start by taking this guy down. Roll, roll, roll. Okay. Ow, wow, that guy kicks hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a drink. Okay, let's wait a second. Make sure we have our turret available. I was a little worried that that was going to be tricky because we weren't going to be able to use our fire, but seems to have gone okay. Okay, here's a question. Do we try to get the third key? Because at some point we're going to have to get that blueprint. Even more scrolls. You really shouldn't have. Also, it looks like I was wrong, and we might never actually get that point of purple back. No, this is bad. Yeah, I think this is the time for it. Oh, would you look at this? An area we could not have gotten to last time we were here. Some really upgraded Hayabusa boots that already have the double damage to burning target on them and everything. Now, I think we're going to have to skip that. Not a bad item. It's just that our spear is such an incredibly good item. Also, I never did find any of those areas where the gardener's keys are used. How do we get to that? Little secret area down there. Oh, here. Not that it is probably actually meaningful to have gone down there, given that probably we have no use for gold. Okay, where's the... Oh! Looks like there's a scroll out right here. And also, another scroll available up there. And then it looks like down into the right, I'm guessing, from this portal, is the way forward. I have to know what's through here. Okay, it turns out 750 gold. Alright, so we have to pay more attention. Ow. Managed to dive directly on top of that projectile. Oh, wow. Good eye, little dudes. You have to pay more attention in the future and figure out where exactly those gardener key things were, because they're apparently only on one particular path. I think I remember seeing one in the graveyard. Oh, not good. Alright, let's go ahead and get that third key. I am confident we can do this. We still have one flask charge left even. Almost dove on top of the projectile again. Yeah, I think that was easy enough. Weird that that wasn't actually hitting him for some reason. Okay, I think I saw a big sword guy down here, is why I threw the turret right away. Thought he was going into his little tornado there. Ow. Alright, this is looking very promising, so it could be up from the green door, or it could be to the right from the blue door. Let's go this way. It has to be down here, right? If it was up and to the left from the blue door, it would be, oh, maybe not. Oh no, okay, maybe still. Firebrand 7. 213 base DPS. I mean, we could buy this and add a plus onto the end. What's our gold at? Yeah, we definitely have the money for that. Every little bit of effectiveness helps, right? Okay, so first of all, there is actually a scroll back here. I guess that's a good reason to always go after the third key. 7,200 health, tons and tons of damage. We can do this. So I need to... Can I break this without actually falling through? What I need to do is break this. Shoot. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Yeah, we break this, we fall through, jump, and hit the wall over there with the spider rune. Okay, apparently I'm just not going to be able to climb out of that. I'm going to try one more time here. I thought this was the right way. Hold on a second. Maybe I'm being silly. I'm going to guess that my head can take damage from spikes, so let's try to be a little careful. Aha! That is definitely not how you used to get that. But that'll do. Alright, just making sure. Making sure we didn't fall past anything. Okay, we're totally going to unlock the next level of Health Flask. At the next level up. Or at the next run. So let's upgrade that. Victims freeze other enemies, shoots an arrow upward, does bonus damage to frozen targets. I don't know. Let's do a little bit of rerolling. None of those are very good. Launches a grenade for 480. We're not going to get bonus damage against most targets with this thing. That's fine. That'll do. And then that leaves us with just... Oh, I thought I remembered that you got flask refills there. Well, we really took a lot of damage just before getting in here. The good news is we dropped off that blueprint at least, so if I die here, as it's starting to look like I definitely will, at least we made a lot of good forward progress. We did a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm not good enough at this guy to fight him with a single life. Ow. I mean, I'll say this. I'm not doing embarrassingly bad damage. Jump over the bombs. Ow, I rolled right into that. He's winning, but he's not winning by that much, actually. Oh, you're kidding. I threw the damn grenade in the wrong direction. Nope, dodge. Oh, I forgot that he has a second charge on that one. Well, it worked out. Everything's fine. Ow, I still took damage from that, huh? Oh my god, I did it. Okay. So it turns out you cannot down stomp him as soon as he does his ground punch, because those spears of rock on the ground are not ornamental. Well, Stem Cell 2. Okay, I know I said that maybe we would stop the series after finally accomplishing the next run, but maybe we'll go on a little bit longer. I was really expecting it to take a few more tries there. Oh, and we don't get the cutscene with the king at all, huh? Well, okay. Can I... I mean, I guess we did scout around this room already, didn't we? After we figured out that this takes you out of your body. Huh. Although I actually don't have the option of interacting with it this time. Wait a second. What is going on here? There's something else happening, I guess? Yeah, because I'm not getting a prompt. And we didn't get our cutscene. This piece of ground is kind of lit strangely. Did this bug out? I think that would be very disappointing if this had just bugged. I mean, we did get the cell. Hold on a second. It doesn't say anywhere that I'm carrying it, though. I'm very concerned that we are not, in fact, going to get credited with our cell if I don't figure out what to do here. Like that. Ice platforms. So the king is still dead. Which I guess makes sense, because we extremely killed him last time. Huh. Oh, you know what? I probably have to... Yeah, I have to willingly leave my body like that. Okay, I guess that's it. Weird, I have to admit, I was expecting a little bit more plot or something. You know, we had a cutscene and stuff last time. I thought it might just, you know, go somewhere. Well, I hope this was exciting for everybody else. It was it was certainly exciting for me. We still have some stuff to pick up. Let's go throw our other cell in here real quick, though. Very hard, removes all health fountains, but leaves a few single health flask recharges. Twice as many cells found on items, and items can be upgraded to ++ quality at the forge. This is a much harder version of the game. Yeah, there's no more total flask refills. That is really harsh. And it really reduces the value of the extra point of flask that we were buying. And man, like, look at how many empty bottles and stuff there are. Yeah, alright. I'm not ready to end the series yet, so thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time on Monday. There will be more. I don't know how much more exactly. If you have any good ideas about how much more series we should do, feel free to leave that stuff in the comments below, because apparently I need a little bit of help. And we'll see you then.